Okay, hey guys, so let's get into this. So if you didn't know already, I guess it's Cyber Weekend still. I don't know when I'll be getting this out. I'll try to get it out during the weekend still. I know everyone's already posted like their openings and stuff, but I was a little bit behind trying to decide on what I wanted to do. At first I was just going to go over the deals really quick. The Peter Parker wallet, it's kind of what it always is. It's like you get a decent amount of shards for getting the extra units. You get the Cavalier Crystal, some gold. It's nothing like insane. But for getting the units, getting the $5, you're getting a decent amount of shards. I think it could have been a little bit better, but it's honestly fine. Star-Lord's loot bag is kind of the exact opposite. The other is all crystal shards, and this one is all rank up stuff. If you're like really looking and desperate for rank ups, it's actually not like too bad. I wish they had given a little bit more tier 5 basic to tier 2 alpha, but I guess you can't ask for everything. Now, Tony Stark's briefcase is, in my opinion, like the second best value. So I'll go to actually Black Panther's treasures first and compare them at the same time. So right, what would make Tony Stark's briefcase a lot better is if it didn't have the 5-star signatures and instead it had the tier 5 basics, extra 6-star shards, or extra generic or even class crystals. Like what if it was like 10 generics and like 20 6-star crystal or 6-star sig crystals, something kind of like that. Because the shards, while you're getting a lot less shards, the sigs are really valuable if you're like hunting prestige or you're trying to really increase any champion's like value that needs a sig, like Hercules or someone like that. Well, a nexus is nice, it's just a basic nexus, and when you scroll down, like you're not getting like that much extra for going for the Black Panthers. If you're getting, you could basically get all three of the Tony Stark's briefcases for a little bit extra than the one Black Panther. So you're getting more units, you're getting sig stones, you're getting 15,000 shards, you're getting less total shards, but you are getting enough for a full featured instead of like half a featured and a nexus. And you're also getting the sig stones, you're getting tier 5 CC selector and tier 4 CC. Like I wish they just like increased a little bit on the Tony Stark's briefcase, like changing out the 10 5-star stones for like anything would have been better, honestly. And then of course everyone knows how good the Odin is. It's always the main attraction. You get a 2 to 3 generic rank up, which is just so many resources. You get those R4 materials, which is what everyone's thirsty for. You get 5 Cavalier Nexus, which isn't really much. Same with the gold. Like those are more, sorry about that, those are more just like top ups, like add-ons that you just get for like getting the other stuff. And then a nexus, which is class based, which always has a good chance of giving you something you want. And the unit based offers, I wasn't sure how I liked them at first, but once looking at them a little bit longer, I really like how they kind of changed it. I'm still not like 100% sure because it kind of fits it better where if you have like 30,000 units, let's say, it's a really good improvement where if you can like grind out those 30,000 units, pay for the 30,000 units or whatever, it's an insane offer because you can just pick up everything instead of where previously it was you had to pick one of 2 paths to go up and you could only pick one. Like you could only get the rank ups or the sigs, where for this, if let's say I had, it's like 30,000 units or something, I think I could pick up right this whole first row. I get 5,000 a mythic crystal. This is like the worst offer honestly here, unless you're just like desperate for shards. I could get this, which I would mainly only pick up for the tier 4 CC. Again, not the greatest offer unless you're desperate for that tier 4 CC. It's like mainly those first two that really make this whole thing seem bad, because those which normally you would have gotten while picking up something like the Prime Ascendance and the Advanced Summoner Bundle, making like those two together, right? You get like the Advanced Summoner Bundle 1 and 3 probably together and 2 and 4 together, making those look a lot better individually. So I wish they kind of like removed the first two almost, added them onto something else maybe, not entirely sure. But when you start looking at like the middle tier offers, like with this, I saw someone form almost a full tier 6 basic or a tier 3 alpha off of it. That's of course like incredible RNG because right, it's a 10% total chance on either crystal to get it. So it's basically a coin toss between the 5 crystals to get a single R4 material. This is actually like a pretty good value. I think I'll be picking it up because I'm really low on tier 6 basics. They're just always really low because of how many you have to spend for everything. I might also pick this up because 20 signature stones is a lot for someone like me who doesn't spend often, right? Like, I would only be able to get 30 generic 6-star sig stones from picking up the Tony Stark's briefcase, and then I get a featured crystal with it, so it's pretty nice. This, I like it, but again, it's something that like you would have seen added on to one of the other two deals, kind of, right? Where like the one would give you, right, like these two 2Ks would have been added on to something else. So that's where I'm kind of like mixed feelings on it. And then this is where the deals get like pretty crazy. You get almost a full tier 3 alpha, 10 nexus crystals, and a bit of gold, which is just, it's a lot if you're trying to get your first rank 4 or even your second. There's some people now who are probably actually have it or are almost at their second rank 4, and we only just saw like most people getting their first rank 4s back during Summer of Pain, basically around then. And then this one gives you a 6-star nexus and almost a full tier 6 basic, and you know, some gold, stuff like that. This, I feel like it's almost a bit overpriced, but I think some people are underestimating the fact that there's also the 6-star plus 5 signature stone selectors. So right, you get the 60 generics and then 5 6-star plus 5 stone selectors. So those are class based, but you do get to pick what it is, I think. I'm not sure, I haven't really seen anyone open that. And then this is why you would really go in for all of this. You get to pick any 2020 champion, and if you don't know what the 2020 champion pool is, you know, you got Immortal Abomination, Immortal Hulk, Apocalypse, Cosmic, Ghost Rider. There's so many just insane champions, and if you don't have one, you're getting a 6-star generic gem and a free pick at like a top 15 champion, basically. So it's kind of crazy like that. But I have some crystals I already need to kind of open, so I need to kind of think about what I want to do here. I'm pretty sure I'm picking up an Odin, which is not something I typically do and not something I necessarily even recommend. I just happen to have a bit of extra money right now, and I've kind of always wanted to go like whale out on an Odin one time. So I feel like this is a pretty good Odin to do it on. Technically, if I waited a whole nother year, right, it's going to be a better value for the money. There'll be better materials in it, but it would still be like comparatively the same progressive level. So I think a big one for me is I kind of need those signature stones. If I remember how I worked this out, I believe I want to get the signature stones, because signature stones, as I said, are just very big for me. I have 6,000 units and I'm getting another 3,000, so I'm pretty much going to be spending most of these 6,000 and then buying the 3,000 units back. So I'll be able to do a Karina run pretty soon. This might slow down a couple things, but I think it'll be worth it in the long run to boost my prestige and such. So let's hope this goes well, I guess, for me. So yeah, I want the 20 signature stones because I only have 5 right now, and I have a couple champions I need to get to like Sig 200. I have Thing I want to max out, I have Ghost, I have Thor Ragnarok, I want to get his Sig up to boost my prestige. There's stuff like that. And plus it comes with a 6-star featured crystal, which there's some champs in here I really want, like Hercules, Spider-Man 2099 and stuff. So I'm going to go for this one. Oh jeez, it's just scary actually pressing buy, I don't know why. And now here's where it gets a little bit harder, because I don't feel like I really need that. I have a lot of T5CC right now, but what I really need is kind of these tier 6 basics. So I'm going to go for the tier 6 basics, I think. It gets me a lot of stuff. It will help me rank up a ton of champions. It will help me with like 7.3, 7.4. I don't really need too many champs like I have to rank up, but for prestige and stuff, it will really help me get champs for defense, prestige, attack. My roster is very, very limited for the level I play at, if I'm being honest. That's probably part of the reason I do so much like Quaking and Doom and stuff, is just those are the champs that I have and I'm pretty good with them. So Prime Ascendant, as I said, it's a 50-50 toss-up to get rank 4 stuff. So I'm not like entirely sure on that. It's only 10% of that. Like I kind of want to, just for the chance at getting more rank 4 stuff. So I feel like I should. And that still leaves me with 1,000 units. And I'm not going to pick up either of these because, as I said, it's like kind of bad if I'm being honest with you. So I have an idea of which champions, which Nexus I want to go for. but I want to open some stuff up first, if I'm correct about that. I've been needing to do a crystal cleanup for a while, if I'm being honest, and I was just putting it off until I got like my channel like kind of started. So let's start off with some sig stones just to get warmed up, you know. So what, there's 20 divided by 7. Pretty good spread. I don't really have anyone in Cosmic or Mutant to use them on right now, so I'd like to get a good dupe on those. If I could like double pull Surfer or something, that'd be insane, but it's probably not going to happen. I'm just scrolling through really quick to like make sure there's nothing I need to open. I don't think there is. I'm going to be making... low battery. Are you kidding me? I'm going to open that Nexus in just half a second. I just want to make sure there's nothing I want to open like first. Because right now I'm kind of focusing on featured... oh yeah, the Prime Ascendant crystals. So I kind of want to spin these out. They look really cool. I kind of like the design on them. Hopefully I can get some rank 4 stuff, because that would really help my progression. I'm really far away from like any. I only have like 1 and a bit formed, I think, if even. Tier 5 CC just isn't something I quite need right now, if I'm being 100% honest. I think I'm just going to spin 1 more and then pop the final 3. Yeah, so if I could get some like tier 3 alpha, that would be a massive win, because if I'm correct, that's the thing that there's less of in between the 2 rank 4. But hey, as I said, I kind of do need tier 5 basic, and it's 2. That's pretty nice. For not honestly the greatest, but it will help me get closer to other stuff that I need, so it's in total it's fine. So I'm going to be going for mainly the featured, because I really need Hercules, Spider-Man 2099, and some other champs in there I'd really like to get. There's champs in the basic I'd also like to get, which is why I'm going to open this Nexus right now. If I could get like some option for prestige, that would be very, very helpful. Black... ooh! Oh. I have a rank 2 Mephisto, and I could easily rank 3. But at the same time, I don't have many slow champions on 6-star. This is actually quite a tough decision. I feel like going with Stealthy is better, because I don't really use Mephisto, and my alliance goes for Ghost usually on Path 9, so I think going for Stealthy is the better choice for me, personally. That's a really tough one, actually. But hey, I'm happy. I really do like my 5-star Stealthy, so if I ever like dupe him and I can bring him up to rank 3 or something, that'd be really cool. So let's go. So that's 2, 3... lag. When isn't there lag in this game? I think I'm having some connection issues right now. Which, of course, because I'm actually trying to do this like semi-quickly, I want to see if I can boost my prestige before AQ. Probably won't happen at this rate. Sorry about that, let's get right back into this. So that's 3, and I still have 50,000, so I'm definitely going to go for at least 4, because maybe I'll want to go for like a basic. Okay, putting it on the reel. I usually like spinning him out. I know a lot of people prefer popping. They're like, oh, it always works better. You don't get teased, the reel means nothing. But I don't know, I just like spinning. Did I really just get another connection issue? Like, actually? My Wi-Fi is fine. I have full bars. I don't know why it's not working right now. I swear, Kabam. Why are they always like this? Every single time you do anything on this game, the game just wants to die on you. You're like, yeah, you know, I feel like spending. Kabam. Really? Are you sure about that? Please. No. I am hopeful that she gets a buff. She's a really cool champion, and I do really like her design, as I've mentioned, but everything about her, like, actual playability is just super low. But, like, the main 3 that I'm looking for, I would say, are, like, Hercules, Diablo, and, like, Spider-Man. Okay, America Chavez is fine. Her and Purgatory are both, like, good on defense, and I have a friend who actually really likes America Chavez for attack, so I'm curious to play around with her a little bit. So we'll see how that goes, but still, I really need that Hercules, and honestly a Hercules dupe at that, because I really need his top 5 prestige, and immortality is obviously really good. Diablo? Spider-Man. Oh. He's gonna be an R3. Why is my science class so stacked? Why is my science class good? If I get Hercules here, I'm for sure gonna have to keep going in on these, because as I said, like, he has top 5 prestige, and he's a very, very good champion at that. So that's who I'm really hoping. Iceman dupe. Iceman dupe. Naga, that's for you, I guess. Oh gosh. Maybe I'll have to rank him up because now he's duped. I don't know, that's like a weird bunch of 4. One of those is really good though. You know what, I think I'm gonna go in on 2 more, because I do have 1 more Nexus that I can open up when I pick up that Odin. So we'll hopefully get something good out of this. Karnak would be interesting. Why did I have to? Why did I say Karnak would be interesting? He's not. He's just not good. Well, like, actually, I don't know. He's definitely better after his buff. His damage seems pretty good, but he's not Diablo. He's not Hercules. He's not even a Medusa dupe. A Medusa and a Medusa dupe would even be better. But that was fine, I guess. This crystal is definitely losing some of the potential. And Nebula dupe. Okay. I don't know, this is definitely an interesting opening on those features. This featured is like kind of brutal, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna open up these couple free calves I have. I haven't been opening these for a while. No reason not to pop them right now. Maybe I guess I did get a new champion, I guess. That's that's something, I guess, right? Let's see, is there anything else I want to open right now? I don't really want to open a 5-star of those. Those are mainly for like ISO and stuff for me at this point. Even though my 5-star roster could actually use improvement, because I'm missing like magic and stuff, which is just silly at this point, but I'm not too concerned. Do I want to do that right now? Yeah, you know, I guess this is a bit of a crystal cleanup video at this point. Let's go for my 40 saved up daily crystals. These are always interesting. They can give some like decent stuff. They're like, for me, they're basically just like AQ crystal. Oh, and as I say that, I pull a champion. For me, normally, these basically end up just looking like AQ crystals that I'm opening. I just always end up getting like a couple T4CC, a T2 alpha, and that's like it. But getting a champion's actually kind of cool. I don't know, I like units or gold, 5-star shards, ISO, that's good, right? So what did I get? I got half of a tier 5 basic, a ton of tier 4 basic, a couple tier 4 CC. It's nothing too crazy, I guess. Yeah, I might as well open these up as well while I'm back here. Who knows, maybe I'll get Hercules from here. I guess I'll try popping these. Champ pool is pretty good, especially if you get like Hercules or Hyperion from either of these calves. And it's just a 4-star. I mean, but I need the ISO. Hey, ISO for Spider-Man, right? Finally a champ I want to rank up. That's not like skill. I've been trying to rank up a couple skill champions, and I just could not pull skill ISO for my life. I pulled like 20 and I got like 3. It's absolutely crazy. So here's these 3 and just a bunch of 4-stars. That's fine, I guess. More science ISO as well. That's good. And I'll be right back. I'm just going to do this part off of recording. Okay, we're right back into it. So I did this like kind of off camera, but I was looking through my champions and I was just like going through thinking about which crystals like be the best for me. I had been going for skill crystals because there's like been a couple that I want, but recently I just pulled Stealthy and Karnak today, right? And then I also have a Nick Fury that's waiting on a dupe. I have a Thor Ragnarok that's duped that I need to R3 because of prestige. So there's a lot of champions that I kind of want to rank up. Science would be a bit risky for me. It would basically be like I want to dupe Void, get Immortal Abomination, or maybe like Sigs on Captain America, but using this for like Sigs is kind of weird. Mystic is pretty risky for me because I already have Doom, who is just like obviously the best champion in the class. But there are actually a fair few that I'd want, like both of the SS's, Tigra, Diablo, people like that, right? Cosmic is like Surfer, Captain Marvel movie. Basically it. Tech would be madly risky. It would basically be Gully 99, Warlock, or I cry myself to sleep tonight. Mutant has a very high chance of being good because I need a good mutant prestige option, and there's a couple decent ones in there. In theory, I could wait like half a year and go for Kitty Pryde, but at that point that's kind of like stupid to do. There'd be another chance probably by that point to get her, and I'll probably go for her featured maybe. So I'm thinking about going mutant because I could get like an Omega Red dupe, I could dupe my Apocalypse, I could get Namor Sunspot, stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure mutant is the best option for my account. It's kind of between like that, skill, and mystic, which skill, as I said, the main reason I'm not sure about it is just that I have a lot of options I already want to rank up, and like the champs I'm going for would be like Shang-Chi, Jabari Panther, Nick Fury dupe, Aegon, who are obviously all insane, but like mutant has just a ton of solid options, and I already have a skill champ that I kind of need to put Sig Stones into. So I feel like skill, it would just basically like, it'd be adding more to a class I already have. Oh, of course Kingpin and Mole Man. Man, the more I'm talking about this, the more I kind of want to choose skill. But as I said, like I just wouldn't be able to rank them up. I only have one tier 4 CC. So I feel like mutant is the smart play. It's between mutant and skill, if I'm being honest. Mystic has like good options, but I have Doctor Doom. I would mainly be interested in like Tigra and or Diablo from that. So I don't feel like it's really worth that risk, especially with me still going for featured. I have a pretty high chance at getting a Diablo eventually. But in the featured crystal that I'm going for, there's like no really good mutants or skills as well, if I'm being honest. So that's why I'm really having a tough time deciding. Mutant definitely has like the highest chance of paying off well, but skill in the future could have been very good for me. Because like what if that crystal's a Nick Fury dupe and I pass that up? Jeez. I'm sorry for like rambling on here, this is just a tough decision. I don't normally like go for things like this, so I'm trying to make sure I make like the smartest move for my account. It's definitely between one of those two, I'm just like not sure which it is. It's like what I'm looking at. Kingpin, Mole Man, Jabari Panther, Shang-Chi, Nick Fury, Aegon, and Prey for a dupe. Over here it's like Apocalypse for prestige, Professor X for use in prestige, Omega Red. I wouldn't probably even use him too much because I don't really use suicides. I don't really even have them unlocked, if I'm being honest. Not Iceman. Namor Sunspot. Who else is in the mutant class that I want? Oh, Archangel dupe. Shoot. This is such a tough one. I think mutant's the best. I think it is. I'm sorry if this video is like taking a while just because of like dilly-dallying, but sorry about having the mouse up there. I'm trying to use a different program right now to record this to see how that works, so I'm sorry if there's been a couple like errors like that. Oh, let's go for these Cavalier Nexuses first. I've actually never opened one of these before because they're always behind money, and that was the first time I spent in like a year basically. Oh, I saw that ghost and I was kind of freaking out. I thought it was a 6-star ghost, and I was like, but she's not Sig 200. But I don't really care about awakening a 4-star, so I'm going to go for a max Sig ability crystal, extra shards, Tech ISO. I have some uses for Tech ISO, I think. If it's like not a 6-star, I'll probably be picking for ISO reasons. 5-star Nexus. Maybe I could have gone with the mutant for the ISO, but a 5-star Nexus has more options down the road. What's this going to be? Psycho Man, Nick Fury. I desperately need skill ISO, as I've talked about today. So I'm very, very happy to take that guy. Let's hope I can get like a 6-star out of these. That would just be really cool. And tracks. Is that a 5-star? That's a 5-star. I'm gonna pick up the 4-star. Picking up the 5-star is probably smarter in the long run, but because I picked up that mutant nexus and I duped Iceman already today. Oh, I gotta plug in my phone soon. And I already duped Iceman today, so I'll be definitely needing like some mutant ISO soon. So it's probably smart. Oh! What? Okay, this is worth Ghost and 2 Nexuses. If like you didn't have the account I have right now, if this was me even back at like Cyber Weekend, I think I would have just actually screeched, and that would have been very bad. We'll see if I need to open that 5-star Nexus for ISO. Like, so many insane options, I swear. Corvus? Excuse me? After he's nerfed? Are you... Really? Corvus Glaive? I mean, that's really cool, but like... okay. That's awesome. That's awesome. There's nothing I can really say about that. He's a good champion, of course. He's just not one of my personal favorites. So, okay. Here, I'm just going to like show roster really quickly. The reason why I was kind of looking for mutant. I'll go over why I was also thinking about skill after this, so that way we can just get through this. So, Apocalypse dupe, and same for Professor X for Prestige. Duping AA is actually probably the like best course here. But I do need Prestige, so like Apocalypse or Professor X would be good. Omega Red, I don't really use him. I can show you my masteries in a different video. Colossus would be... I really like Colossus. I know some people don't anymore, but I still love that guy. Gambit, if I was able to get and dupe Gambit eventually, that'd be good, because he has really good Prestige. Havoc would be really fun. I really think he's an underrated champion currently. He was overrated. Not overrated. He was very, very popular for a bit. Seaton was like loving him, so the community loved him because Seaton was the community for like years. Magneto, of course. Namor, I would need to dupe and then like sig him up and stuff, but he's worth the wait and worth the investment. Strife, I would actually be pretty happy with the Strife, I'm not gonna lie. Sunspot, again, kind of like Colossus. Some people have gotten on this like Sunspot hate train, but I still really like that guy. Tons of damage. Damage is a form of utility. Fight me on that. Please, just no Cyclops. Give me something like Strife. AA? Gambit? Name. What? No. 3. 3 for 3. What? I'll be right back. I gotta... Okay, so after like a couple minutes of chatting with some people, trying to figure out what the best play is, because just pulling Namor by itself is kind of lucky because, well, he's no longer like as popular. He still is a very good champion. Strife is all 3 of these actually have a couple very similar functions. All 3, in my opinion, are good champions, but the main defining factor is I do need Prestige. I'm in a Masters Alliance. My alliance itself doesn't necessarily push Prestige hard, but let's say like I got kicked or something and I need to move somewhere else, I do need higher Prestige than I currently have. Or even just to help out my current alliance. Even if your alliance doesn't push Prestige, as an individual playing with team, you always want to do as much as you can to help out the team. And Namor has the highest Prestige out of the 3. Gambit has very good low sig Prestige. Strife has decent Prestige throughout, I believe. He's nothing like crazy on the Prestige. He is a champ I would like to pull again sometime, but Namor being still, I think, top 5 Prestige at rank 4, and rank 3 he's still top 6, I think, or something, and his sig ability is also very useful to him, where in my opinion, some people say Strife needs it, but from what I've kind of seen, I don't really know if he needs it that much, to be honest. Just play him well. But Namor, his entire kit relies around it, and I was saying, but chances of duping him again, kind of low. I don't have a mutant AG, but what about 7.4 in like a couple months? What about Karina 2.0? What about Abyss 2.0? What about just luckily pulling him again? And what if like I pulled him again from a standard crystal, but I don't pick him here? You have to have the champion to dupe him. So that's ultimately what's going to make me pick Namor. I do really enjoy Namor. I think he's gotten too much hate because he was like good for a while. So I'm just going to scroll through, make sure there's nothing else I'm like missing to open. I'm going to make a separate like true like crystal cleanup and like video kind of like that. I threw in those daily ones just for like fun. Greater Ascending kind of bad. Oh shoot, I have a lot of those. I can't really get up to another one of those unless I spent more, and I don't really feel like spending more. I already spent more than like I typically do in an event like this. What's over here? Ooh, I spent the 5,000 units. Let's go. So I can actually like look at that in the store a little bit better now. But I'm a couple units light if I were to go buy another Odin, but though, if I just bought another Odin, you know, I could like get almost a full, that's half. I just don't look at this stuff often, so I'm just looking at it. I'm actually almost to a full tier 6, I didn't realize that. This one's like pretty good, because right, it's basically half exactly, and a Nexus stand, one tier 5 CC that you get to pick. But I kind of feel like this one is the better of the two if you can only pick one, because as you noticed, I have more tier 6 basic than tier 3 alpha by like a lot, I think, from what I can recall. Because I believe you get more tier 6 basic, and then you also get the rank up 2 to 3 gem, which is really nice. There's also the SIGs. So yeah, that's 5 plus 5s, which is actually kind of a lot if you guys really think about that. And here, I'm just going to go through what I got today. I can show off my roster. Actually, no, I'm not going to show off my roster. So if I go down to 6 stars, just going to scroll down because they're all unleveled. So I got Spider-Man 2099, who is someone I really want. Synergies, I'll only look into those. But his best uses are heavy attacks with exhaustion, lowering power gain by 15%. His resistance from getting hit is actually kind of good. Special attack 2 with that wither debuff is insane. And then 75% resistance. At rank 3, he has over 250,000 hit points of effective health if you're fighting a true damage node, which if you think about that, you could basically turn on auto fight, and you wouldn't win probably because AI is dumb when you auto fight, but you have basically the same health as them, just a lot less attack, I guess, but you're basically fighting as a defender. And then if you use suicides with him, you heal the entire fight as well. I duped my Nebula... Oh, shoot, wrong button. I duped my Nebula, which if you guys saw that video I made recently, I like Nebula. She's really cool. She's got some unique things going on, right? She's an immune champion. She deals a lot of shock damage. But... I mean, extra combat power rate, but like you don't really have shocks on them too much while needing to build power. So that's like, nah. I still like stealthy. As I said, I don't have too many like slow champions, and I've always kind of liked Stealth Suit Spider-Man. If I dupe him, his damage goes up a lot. Namor, of course, Prestige Boy, reflects everything. Corvus is a really interesting pull, actually, because I haven't been the biggest fan of him, but he still has like good damage. So maybe I'll rank him up, bring him into AQ and stuff. America Chavez, I want to play around with. As I said, I know someone who actually like uses her like to attack quests and stuff. He says you need to have like high buff matchup. Purgatory's a cool pull. Maybe I'll have to like rank her up and Chavez for defense or something. She has a lot going on with a lot of like cool stuff, but it's just all bad, and then it's all made worse by her actual stats. She just needs a lot more. Karnak's kind of cool now. I kind of want to play around with him. He's got some decent damage from what I recall, so I kind of want to try that out. And then, was that it? I think that was kind of it. Oh yeah, I duped my Iceman, which his dupe is of course actually like kind of nice. You get the cold snap at the start. He's not really good for defense anymore, but it's still a decent evade counter. But hey, I got some cool rank ups I got to start doing now. I got some ISO. I'll have to open up some more stuff probably off camera for that. Maybe I'll do the cleanup video for that. I got some ISO. I can check out my catalysts. Yeah, I have tier 5 basic and the overflow for the first time in a literal year probably, since like 7.2 or something, or maybe even 6.4. So that will just about do it for this video. This was mainly just a Cyber Weekend opening. I had a lot of fun doing this. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If I post another video of Cyber Weekend opening, I probably am a very sad boy because I shouldn't be spending any more. And hopefully I'll be doing some stuff with these units soon. But this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed getting to open this and showing you guys what I went through. I hope you guys have a good one. I hope your openings went a little bit better than mine, even though I feel like my opening was pretty good. So I'll see you guys around.